Change your heart, change your life, change the planet.
Hey everybody, Tim Van Orden coming to you from Woodford, Vermont, where I'm out for a Bigfoot slog. It is May 2nd, or 5/2, and I am now 52, so I thought I'd make a video about my full deck birthday. I'm now playing with a full deck, or at least I hope. As I'm out here slogging along, and by the way, slogging means that I'm in kind of a crouched position, not a full lunge, but maybe a half lunge position that I call a Bigfoot stride. And I started walking like that to keep the camera steady so that I wouldn't be bouncing when I was holding the camera. And then I realized that walking like that made me incredibly strong and fast on the road. And when I broke 16 minutes in the 5K at the age of 48, I did it with that as my training. And the 441 mile that I ran this past summer, that was my training, walking in this low slog, I call it. So it makes you really strong and fast. So I do this whenever I can. Anyway, I like to use my birthday as the anniversary of me going vegan because it's close. So it's now been 22 years that I've been eating a vegan diet. And I learn every year about what that means to me and what it means to many other people as I interact with them. And it's not that I've learned in this past year new information about the specifics of diet, because I haven't yet seen anything that tells me that being vegan is truly problematic. I'm 52, I'm healthy, and curiously, I've started an experiment of strength training as I heal my Achilles tendon and the bone spurs in my heel. I'm mostly just doing elliptical machine at the studio for a few hours a day. I walk like this, slog, maybe once or twice a week. And then I'm doing strength training with these heavy bars that I built. And I move them around in all kinds of fun motions, very, very abruptly and aggressively, so that there's acceleration and braking, and full body movements. And it's amazing to see how I'm responding to this. I've been doing it for a month now, because I wanted to see what the results would be with just 30 days of this before my birthday. And I've been surprised at how much muscle I've put on. So I haven't been doing strength training now for quite some time. I probably stopped back in 2011 when I was still doing stair climb races. And even then, the training that I was doing was very, very specific to stair climbing. So I was doing leg press, and I was doing pulling motions, because you pull on the railings. Only the muscles specific to that sport. Now I'm engaging my full body, and it's been 9 years since I've done any strength training, and it's neat to see the development and growth. Again, at the age of 52, eating a vegan diet and not taking hormone replacement therapy. Many people would tell me that my body is going to continue to fail and decline on this deficient diet, but I'm seeing the opposite. In fact, it's kind of freaky how much muscle I'm putting on. It's fun. Anyway, one of the other things that I'm exploring right now is a new program called A Compassionate Approach to Crisis. Because one of the things that's been showing up for me as a coach is that a lot of people are really having a rough time right now in the midst of COVID-19 and a world that is alien to many people. To me, not much has changed because I spend most of my time alone in the studio working, or I'm out in the woods, so I'm not really interacting with people anyway that much. I don't shop that much. But for a lot of people, the world is dramatically and terrifyingly different. So as I'm working with people, I'm modifying a lot of my tools and digging a lot deeper into them. And my compassionate approach, which is the book I came out with in 2016, I'm kind of tearing that apart and applying it to a crisis-like situation, anxiety, depression, etc., and how I'm working through these feelings, what I'm learning about them as I continue to explore in my life, and how I'm working with other people as well to investigate the steps and the experiences. And I call it a compassionate approach because compassion is just a part of it. It's not the end game or the result. It's simply a state of mind or a choice that you make, but the approach is what matters. It's like, what do you do with that compassion? How quickly do you move with that compassion? What are you expecting in the midst of those compassionate actions? And what's showing up more and more for me is that rather than preaching to people or even trying to teach people, my goal is to reach people. And reaching is not so much about saying, hey, you need to do this. It's about saying, hey, here's what I'm working with. Here's what I'm learning. Here's what I'm experiencing. Would you like to try it? Would you maybe like to collaborate on this? Is this something you'd want to investigate? Can we try this on? I'm here to support you. And basically sharing my own thoughts and experience and learning in hopes that it reaches someone where they are, not where I think they should be, which is one of the problems I have with most self-help and even a lot of therapy. Definitely with advice that you're going to get from your friends and family, is that advice is about where you should be, what you should be doing, rather than where are you and what's it like there, what's it feel like, what are you capable of, what are you thinking, what do you believe about yourself and the world, and then designing steps together to move through that which is real to you, rather than simply saying, it's not real, it's all in your head. Well, I live in my head. That's how I experience the world, as a model of the world inside my head. So, yeah, it is all in my head, and that's never going to change for anyone. That's just the nature of being human. So, the longer I've been on this path, the more I realize that the approach needs to be gentle with myself as an athlete, as someone who's committed to learning, as someone who's committed to writing, as someone who's committed to helping people. A gentle approach is the way. And even in my strength training, even though I move these bars that I work with very aggressively, I'm not angry and I'm not forceful. I'm very gentle in how I start the process, and it's a build. It's an interaction, a discovery, a gentle communication back and forth until my hands and my body feel the bar, and then they decide what to do with it, and they choose how fast to move it. And when I allow this gentle interaction, this gentle exploration, the result is that my body eventually wants to play, and it wants to play rough. And it's fun. It's not exercise. It's not gritting your teeth and forcing yourself through something. It's excited play, just like kids. You don't have to tell a kid to go run fast. They'll chase each other around at full speed just for kicks. So, those are some thoughts I'm having today, and I'll share more soon. It's been a challenge for me to get the camera out and speak because, again, I don't want to preach, I don't want to teach, I want to reach, and I'm trying to find out the most comfortable way to do that. So stay tuned, and thank you for being part of this audience and for sharing with me in your comments and elsewhere how these videos may have touched you. That's of great value to me, and it keeps me going on YouTube. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye.